2-year degree within the list of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor. Let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He has gold in his defense.
Sound.
Again. Again. Ask him his purposes, why he appears upon this call, O the trumpet. What are you, your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
No, my name is lost. By treason's tooth bear none and canker bit. Yet I am noble, as the adversary I come to cope.
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself? What sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword, that if my speech offend a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. Here is mine. Behold, it is my privilege, the privilege of mine honors, my oath and my profession. I protest, Marlborough, thy strength, place, youth, and eminence. Despite thy victor's sword and fire new fortune, thy valor and thy heart, thou art a traitor. False to thy gods, thy brother and thy father. Conspirant against this high illustrious prince, and from the extremest upward of thy heave, to the descent and dust follow thy foot. A most toad-spotted traitor. Say thou, no, this sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent, to prove upon thy heart whereto I speak thou liest.
In wisdom I should ask thy name, but since thy outside looks so fair and warlike, and that thy tongue some say of breeding breeds. In wisdom I should ask thy name, but since thy outside looks so fair and warlike, and that thy tongue some say of breathing breeds, what save and nicely I might well delay. By rule of knighthood I disdain and spurn. Back do I toss these treasons to thy head. With the hell-hated lie o'erwhelm thy heart, before thy yet glance by and scarcely bruise. This sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest forever. Trumpet, speak! What have you charged me with? What have I done? And more, much more, this time will bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I. But what art thou, that hast this fortune on me? If thou art noble, I do forgive thee.
Let's exchange charity. I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. If more, the more thou hast wronged me. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. The gods are just, and of our pleasant vices make instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he got cost him his eyes.
Thou hast spoken right, 'tis true. The wheel has come full circle. I am here. What have you charged me with? What have I done? And more, much more. The time will bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I. But what art thou? Thou hast this fortune on me. If thou art noble, I do forgive thee.
Let's exchange charity. If I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. If more, the more thou hast wronged me. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. The gods are just, and of our pleasant vices make instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he got cost him his eyes.
Thou hast spoken right. 'Tis true. The wheel has come full circle. I am here.
Methought thy very gait did prophecy, a royal sorry.
What?
I said loyalness. Methought thy very gait did prophecy, a royal nobleness. I must embrace thee. Let sorrow split my heart if ever I did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know it.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of your father?
By nursing them, my lord. List a brief tale, and when 'tis told, oh that my heart would burst. The bloody proclamation to escape that followed me so near. Oh, our lives' sweetness, that we the pain of death would hourly die. Rather than die at once, taught me so shift into a madman's rags, to assume a semblance that very dogs disdain. And in this habit met I my father with his bleeding rings. Their precious stones new lost, became this God. Led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never, O fault, revealed myself unto him, until some half hour passed.
Thy very gait did prophesy a noble nobleness. I must embrace thee. Let sorrow split my heart, if ever I did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of your father?
By nursing them, my lord, list a brief tale, and when 'tis told, oh, that my heart would burst. The bloody proclamation to escape, that followed me so near. Oh, our life's sweetness, that we the pain of death would hourly die, rather than die at once, taught me to shift into a madman's rags, to assume a semblance that very dogs disdain. And in this habit met I my father with his bleeding rings, their precious stones new lost, became his guide, led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never, O fault, revealed myself unto him, until some half hour passed when I was armed, not sure though hoping of his good success. I asked his blessing and from first to last told him our pilgrimage. But his flawed heart, alack, too weak the conflict to support, twixt to extremes of passion, joy, and grief, burst smilingly.
This speech of yours has moved me, and shall perchance do good. But speak you on. You look as you had something more to say.
If there be more woeful, hold it in, for I am almost ready to dissolve, hearing of this.
Seemed a period to such
Wait.
would have seemed a period to such as love not sorrow, but another to amplify too much would make much more and top extremity. Whilst I was big in clamor, came there in a man, who having seen me in my worst estate, shunned my abhorred society. But then, finding who 'twas that was so endured, with his strong arms he fastened on my neck, and bellowed out, as he burst heaven, threw him on my father, told the most piteous tale of Lear and him that ever ear received, which in recounting his grief grew puissant, and the strings of life began to crack. Twice then the trumpet sounded, and there I left him tranced.
But who was this?
Kent, sir, the banished Kent, who in disguise followed his enemy king, and did him service improper for a slave.